Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a little video on the intuitive method for making natural perfume oils, and it's kind of like what my channel was originally about, a lot about oils and natural materials and using that to make our lives better. So a few years ago I got my perfumery certification, natural perfumery certification, and I took to it like fish to the water. So I just combined all of the knowledge and experience that I already had with oils, essential oils, and applied that to perfumery. I started a little perfumery company, and you can find the link to that in the bio if you'd like to learn more. And I also really vibe with the intuitive method for making perfumes. So this is a bit of an advanced method because you need to have a background in oils and essential oils, resins, herbs, the other materials that we use to make perfumes. Because you're going to you're going to use your intuition to combine what you know about the oils into your perfume. So anyways, let's jump into it. I like to perfume has 3 layers. So it has a top layer or a high note, a middle layer, and then the base or the low note. And I like to think of it like kind of like music. So, music has your high notes, your mid notes, and your bass notes. And it's pretty similar if you have that, synesthesia. So your low notes in perfumery are your deep, grounding, earthy scents. And your middle notes are a lot of the florals. They're in the middle. They're what connects the base to the top. The top notes are your very citrus family or very high notes. So they're the ones that are very alive and vibrant, but short-lived. And so when you combine those 3 layers, it creates the complexity of a perfume. And that's what differentiates it from just like a basic essential oil blend. So you have the 3 layers, and then within the 3 layers, you have several different oils or scents, interacting. And so you have more complexity on all 3 layers and then as a whole. And that's what creates, when you first smell a perfume, you might notice the top notes, and then you might notice the base note. You're not really sure about the middle. And then when you get used to it, then you might smell like the mid notes might come out. So it creates sort of, a work of art, so to speak. So we'll jump into the method now. And so the first step is I like to say, anchor a muse or set your intention. So what do you want your perfume to represent? Basically, with perfumery, we are using scent to represent an experience, a person, an emotion, an aspiration, a place, etc. So the reason why this works so well is because scent goes directly past our conscious mind into our deep brain. So when we intentionally work with scent, we can actually really change our brain at a deeper level. And of course, we have conscious associations with scent as well. So it's not that it bypasses our, prefrontal cortex, but it immediately will go deep into our brain. And then we'll become aware of what's going on. So anchoring the muse is deciding, okay, what do I want my perfume to bring? What do I want it to create in the world? What do I want, it to change emotionally for people? So that's the first step, anchoring the muse. The second step is, depending on your situation or your setup, you might already have your oils set up in your space, but for me, I have mine just kind of in a bin, and I kind of move it back and forth. So I get my oils out and I line them up based on the notes. So I have my base note, my mid notes, and my high notes. So in my base note category, just for the demonstration here in the video, I have my amber, I have my sandalwood, I have my vanilla, my tobacco absolute, I have my amorous, and I have my labdanum. My mid the mid notes are a lot of the florals, but I also have like clary sage, juniper, lavender, jasmine, rose, geranium rose. And then my top oils, I have my neroli, my mandarin, my grapefruit, and my lemon. So I have my oils, and these are based on, like, say I did a brainstorm and I wanted to create a scent for a particular person to like represent their essence, you know? So then I would brainstorm and kind of like intuitively choose which oils would represent them. I might like take a couple notes down, or, you know, kind of get that intuitive hit, that intuitive picture of like which oils would match with their vibration. So then you want to have, you know, your stir stick and a little beaker and a stir stick available to begin your blend. You want to have your notebook, your perfumery notebook. I also have, this was my teacher wrote this. So that's basically, you know, a workbook just for your evaluations. And so you want to be all prepared. And then, you know, before I even take all my oils out, I might do a little bit of research. So say I wanted to do an oil, like I've done an oil to heal PTSD. So I did a little bit of research, you know, like which oils are good for that, how the different oils work with the brain and different parts of the brain. So I do a little research if I need to. And yeah, get everything out after that. I have my little notebook here, so that's why I keep looking over there. I'm staying on track for you all. So the next thing I do, I have my oils, I have my brainstorm. Now I'm going to kind of make like a rough draft. So I'll list out my oils that I'm going to include, that I think I want to include in the perfume. And I do just kind of like a rough draft, you know, based on my knowledge of the oils and how strong they are and how they kind of interact with each other. Now I'm like, okay, I have each one listed on the line, and I'm like 10 drops, 12 drops, you know, etc. I go down the list. It's basically like a ratio or a proportion, and I keep it pretty simple for like the first draft. So I would probably make like a 50 drop draft for the first round, because at this stage we're really just experimenting. We're seeing how do the oils all play together. Do we like the first draft? So then I do my rough draft, and then I start, you know, I'll start putting everything in to my beaker and mixed up. And then I will let it sit. I'll let it rest, and I'll come back. You know, I'm recording all of this, by the way. Always make sure you record so that you have your formula at the end. So I let it sit, I let it rest, and you take notes along the way. So you take notes whenever you first have it all blended. I'll take notes like, oh, I can really smell, you know, the amorous. I can really smell the grapefruit, you know, whatever your observations are. And then you let it rest for 30 minutes. You come back, you blend it, you mix it again, you smell it, you take your observations, and then you wait. You know, you just keep waiting and keep coming back and revisiting it. So you want to do that for like 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, that's kind of when you assess, like, do I like this? What do I think it needs more of? You might get to that stage right away. I find that I often do. I find that after like the first, you know, 15 to 30 minutes, I will know, like, do I want to add something else to it? Do I like where this is going? Do I want to change it? So then basically at the end of the 24-hour period, you have your revision one. And you can say, like, you like it? What do you think it needs now? And you're just constantly using your intuition to get it closer and closer to your final vision. But for revision, sometimes revision one is a hit, and sometimes, you know, you might want to add some more things. You can't really take anything out at this point. So you always want to start with less and then work your way up to more. And keep playing with it like a work of art. You'll feel when it's right, or you'll feel when it's perfect, or at least it, you know, aligns with your vision of what you wanted. So yeah, that is my method. That's my intuitive method for making natural perfume oils. I mostly work with oils. I do sometimes work with other bases, like aqueous bases, but you know, I love my oils. I'm the oils queen. So perfumery oils, anointing oils, you know, kind of spiritually uplifting oils or spiritually transformative healing oils. Like that's my main thing. So hope you liked the video and stay tuned for more. Peace. Bye.